Hello everyone, and thanks for coming to my channel. I am new to the YouTube world and I am a seamstress, a designer, so I'm going to be showing and sharing a few looks with you guys, as well as how I created the looks and the process that it takes. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. I already have my pattern set out, and this is for stretch fabric, and I'm using a size medium. So here I have my front and my back pattern. They're already cut out. I use them all the time. And I also have a top pattern, which I was going to make a top, but I decided not to. So I'll just be showing you the skirt portion that I am doing. So I'm just going to straighten out my fabric here, and I'm using a stretch velvet. It's some leftover fabric that I had, and I just decided to create a little skirt that I was interested in. I got my little weights from the dollar store. They're like for balloons to hold them down. They're not very heavy, but I just use them for minor things. So I just folded the bottom of my skirt up to make it a little bit shorter, and as you can see, I'm just cutting out my front pattern, and I am cutting it on the fold. Alright, so we're done with the front pattern, and as you can see, it's going to fit pretty cute. And then we're just going to move on to the back pattern. I also cut it on the fold by mistake. I didn't slide it over, but that's not a problem as the fabric does stretch. So you'll see here that I'm just going to cut up the seam on the fold to open it up for if you like to add a zipper. I did not add a zipper to this skirt. It didn't need one when I tried it on, so I just decided not to add one. And these are my two back panel pieces for my skirt. So what I'm doing here is I just freehanded to cut out a circle skirt for my ruffles that are going to be added to the bottom of the skirt. I didn't measure anything. Just freehanding, as it's not for a client or anything, so it's for me. So I just decided to freehand. Another thing with this velvet is very slippery, so if you do have a fabric that slips, I always tend to pin my circle skirt opening at the top all around, maybe about 3 on each side, so that it doesn't slide and I'll have an even cut all the way around. So that's what I'm doing, just pinning and putting it back into place so that I can cut the bottom portion and it'll all be even. So I went ahead and opened up my fabric so that I'll have a falling cascading circle skirt. It's going to go from high to low, or low to high if you want to say. So I'm just cutting around, excuse me, and you will see when I open, or the shape of it, how it falls. So I'm just going to take my pins out so that you can see it opened up and get a better idea of how it will look on my skirt. Alright, so I'm just going to pin my skirt together, and it's going to be right sides together. Also, I didn't put any notches, so that's something that you'll want to incorporate to make sure that you have your pieces going the same way. You can add notches along your fabric. I didn't do that. Typically don't do it, but if you're a beginner, that may be something that can help you. And as I said before, that fabric was pretty slippery, so to make sure that it doesn't slide off, I just went ahead and pinned around. Also, you see here I am pinning the middle and side. That's because I am cutting a portion of the skirt, as you can see, that I just traced. It's going to be taken off of the front panel so that there'll be a little split slash thigh showing in here. Somehow misplaced that portion, but you'll see it in an up and coming video. So you can see where I cut off that portion for my side split, and I am showing you here. So it does look a little short, but once I add my ruffles on, it'll fall pretty nicely. And I'm just going to pin the other side of the back panel skirt into place, and then we're going to go take it to the machine and get to sewing. I have a Singer heavy duty machine. I've had it now for about a year and I really love it. It works really well. It was recommended by a friend, so I love it, and I actually would love to get another one. I just added some more pins here just because, like I said, that fabric was pretty slippery and I didn't want it to be off, so I just added some more security in there. If you need pins, that's fine. Doesn't mean you're amateur. If you don't need them, that's fine as well, but for me, I went ahead and pinned it just to make sure it stayed in place. I don't use pins all the time, but if I do, then you know, it is what it is. And no, I don't take my pins out while I'm sewing. I sew typically over them, and I haven't had a problem with it. Some people do have problems, but I'm pretty good on leaving them in. So if it doesn't bother you or whomever, then just leave them in. Alright, I'm just going to sew this last seam together. And this is going to be my back seam, going down the middle of the skirt. I was creating a skirt for Valentine's Day, but yeah, didn't quite make it to where I thought I was going to be at. So I haven't worn it yet. I will style it and I can post it on my Instagram, and I will drop that down below for you to follow me on Instagram. And if you have any questions about it, then just hit me up. I did not serge this skirt or anything like that, or do any of the extra final touches. You can do that on your own time or etc. If you do want to see how I close my seams or anything, just let me know in the comments below and I can make a video for that as well. So here I am just attaching my circle skirt or placing it where I would like for it to go. I'm putting the shorter part for the higher part of the split, and I'm just gonna pin it all the way around so that you can see how it falls. Alright, so I went ahead and pinned all of the pieces in place. I do have a few pleats around, and that's fine. It just adds more volume for you. So if it works for you, then leave it. If not, then you can definitely measure it out and make sure that there are no pleats and it's just a full circle skirt and it fits perfectly. So I'm just gonna attach it and sew it around, as you can see here. And with this fabric as well, you really don't have to hem it. It doesn't fray or anything like that. And if you have a clean cut, then it looks just fine. So I went ahead and took my pins out. And as you can see, it falls and it's a little wavy. It's super cute. I still have my pants and everything on in here. I just wanted to try it on really quickly so you can kind of get an idea of how it falls. Those are my earbuds. So it's definitely very sexy, very form-fitted. I completely love it. Again, you don't even have to really hem it. It's a nice clean cut. If you leave it like that, it's not going to fray or anything. What I'll probably do is just hem the top part of it, and that'll pretty much be it for me. Well, thanks for watching my channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more up and coming videos.